conducting the assessment. So we've already gone in and scheduled the assessment. Now we're actually going to conduct an assessment. So once we open up, first of all, you get the snapshot view. It just tells us how many learners there are, how many scheduled assessments there have been, how many total numbers have been assessed, how many are competent, and how many are not yet competent. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go in first of all and select the course that I want to run. Well, as you can see again, because you're an assessor, you may have so many different courses. I'm going to go right to the bottom scroll and I'm going to select this course here, which is Customer Service Skills. And as you see on the action side of it, we have an assessment that is ready to start. In this case, it's with Darren Smith. So when I'm ready to click, you simply click Start Assessment. Now, again, when the assessment opens up, you'll see a few different forms. First of all, you'll get to see the clarification details. So the snapshot view, which is the name, Darren Smith. You get to see his NRC number, and then the date of the assessment, the time, and the attempt. Now, when we go to the next part, you'll see that we have an option here of verifying that we are actually talking to Darren Smith, and we can verify with his ID card. Now, what we're able to do is we're able to go in and click onto this. Now, you'll see that there is a link here, hyperlink. Now, that hyperlink, what we do is we can send that through to our colleague. So I'm just going to go and click onto that and go into there so that I can have the screen view open so that we can go in and run the camera. So it's just going to load in the background. So whilst we're just waiting for the camera to open up and to verify, there you can see. So I'm just going to go back. There I am. And you can see if I have my ID with me, I haven't got any ID. So I'm just going to hold up this case here. And this can pretend to be my ID. So when I'm ready to rock and roll and I can see that that's my assess, I simply take the photograph. And you can see on the right hand side, there's a very beautiful photograph of me there. Now, last but not least, we have the option also to select the center name. So there could be different centers that you're running. Now, once we're ready and we've actually verified the identification and we've verified that the learner name is already there, we can then simply select Next. Now, this is the next part, which actually goes in and does the introductions. So this is a checklist. Now, these checklists can be created in the admin portal and they can be customized to any particular reason. And this is what we would use specifically for any different assessment. In this case, what we do is we go through the questions and we sort of introduce ourselves. We say, yes, we've done that. We can then sort of identify the clarifications, which we did earlier on when we did the photographs. I'm just going to simply scroll through all these, and again, these can be customized to your own specific requirements for any different need. You can see on here that we've added quite a lot because you might want to go through all the other bits and pieces, making sure that they're aware of what's happening. Now, once that's created and done, you simply click Next. Now we actually go into the first part, which is the presentation, the assessment. So these are the things that we specified earlier on into our assessment forms and taking through the competency skills. So what we're asking this person to do now is able to go in here and actually do a presentation, is the tools that use the problem. We then ask them to present that to us or to report it to us. Once we have gone through and they've gone through all of those different counters, we are then able to select the outcome. So in this case, the outcome could be, and I'm just going to select this because we're just doing a demo, is competent. And then if you remember in the assessment form, we had the option to select the evidence. You can simply write in as many as you want, make it more detailed or detailed. In my case, just because this is a demo and I'm conscious of our time, I'm just writing it as clear. So I'm just going to go through for each one of these questions that they have actually done and completed this. And remember, you have the time schedule that you booked. So that person has 30 minutes to do this course. So you have the time to go through and specify the details. So just for this detail, I'm just going to go in here and specify that everything was clear, that they explained all the details to me. Now, once we're completed, we go Next. This will then take us to the overview, so the summary of how we've gone. Now, this is where the assessor would speak to the assessee and discuss all the details and say, look, I think it was very good what you've done, and they can then add any remarks. So they can then overview with the mentoree where the details are. So you have an option here to add remarks, so you could again write any description that you wanted to. You can write anything you needed to. Again, I'm just going to write this for the processes of a demonstration, so we can just see what we're actually writing in here. But you can write anything you wanted to in these boxes, and it's advisable to write more details because then it helps when you're actually submitting this assessment, the final part of it, so that they know if they need to learn anything else or if there's anything else that needs to be worked out for them. So just going to go through again and just type through on here, so just give us a moment for this, because we want to be thorough in each one of these. And the last one we type into clear. Again, this is where you're still face-to-face, so you would have your Teams meeting, so you would have your Microsoft Teams or WebEx, however you're using, you would be face-to-face at this time and you would be speaking. So once we've completed that and we've gone through, we click next. Now, the last part of this function is actually to acknowledge and submit the form. So we've completed all of the process, we've gone through, we've seen that. We now can see that the learner has been assessed and they have become competent in the specific course, the competency and the skill that they've selected. Now, what you'll see next is another hyperlink, and what we do here, again, this is customizable, so you can add it to how you wish. But what we're doing here is we're going to add a signature. So simply going into here by highlighting this hyperlink, you can send this to your assessee. So they would then simply get this screen. Let me just go into that link, and then from here they'll be able to write their own signature. So I'm just going to scribble my own signature on here and confirm that. So I've done that as the assessor. So if I just simply go in here, refresh the signature, you'll see that the learner has actually signed the document. Now it's time for me to sign my document, so I'm just going to go in here and write my one and confirm that on the screen. So just give us a moment so we can just see that. And once that's ready, I simply refresh my signature. There's mine, and we can see that we have both now both signed that, and it's been automatically dated with the time and date. And the last bit on here is that you have anything else that you wish to add. You can add your own feedback into this box here. So any feedback that you wanted to say was clear and good presentation. Again, you can be as detailed as you wish to be. Once you're finished, completed, you click submit. This will then say that the course is ended, so we've completed the course. We simply say yes, it's been now completed. We can go back to the listing, and from here, when we go back to that listing, you'll see that we just ran it with Darren. So now we can see that the report is ready. So it's already been done. So we simply just click onto the report itself, the email. You can download it, you can save it however you wish to do. In this case, we can see that it's just downloading on my computer over on the other side. Once it's completed, I'll load it up, and then you'll be able to see exactly what the report looks like. So I'm just going to simply click onto it now, and you should be able to see the screen still, and you'll see that it's loading, and here you can see the assessment record. So first of all, you can see that there's the photograph, the identification, the details. We've verified everything in the details. You then go through and see that that Darren has gone through and he's actually become competent on everything. It's been verified, and we've discussed those component points with him. We can see on the next page that it's got my evidence, the outcome that he has done on that assessment. Then we scroll down a bit further to talk about any of the feedback, the remarks, the summaries that we had. Again, this can be customized to your own requirements. Then the last page on here will show us up and say that it's been date stamped, etc. It's been competent, and there's the signatures that have been applied by both the learner and by the assessor, and it's automatically time stamped with the feedback. So that is, in a nutshell, how we run the assessments and how we've done all the component. And I really thank you for watching this demonstration today. Thank you.